Today's lesson will cover lesson 5.1 on divisibility rules. This is a bonus lesson as it's not covered in grade 7, but it's essential to know for this next chapter. The learning goal today is I can review divisibility rules. Let's jump into some notebook practice. Today we'll focus on 3 divisibility rules that are most common. Let's take the number 99873782. Is this divisible by 2? Well, one way you can tell if it's divisible by 2 is if it ends in an even number or 0. Doesn't end in an even number. Well, remember, even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. For example, single digit even numbers. So this is an even number. So we can say, yes, it's divisible by 2. Let's continue. We have the number 24 over 46. Is that divisible by 2? Well, if we think back to our previous example, we see that if it ends in an even number, it's divisible by 2. Now when we're dealing with fractions, they both have to be divisible by 2 for us to simplify. 4 is an even number, and 6 is an even number. So we can divide both of these by 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. And 24 divided by 26 divided by 46 divided by 2 is 23. Now we ask yourself again, are both of these numbers even? They're not. So then this is our final answer and it can't be simplified. Let's continue. Let's take the number 99873780. Wow, this is a big number. We want to know whether it's divisible by 5. Well, you can tell a number is divisible by 5 if it ends in a 0 or 5. It ends in a 0, so therefore, yes, it's divisible by 5. Can you think of any other numbers we could divide this number by? Well, if we look back to our previous example, we can see that if it ends in an even number or 0, it can be divisible by 2. Let's continue with number 4. 55 over 5. We're looking to see if it can be divisible by 5. If it ends in a 0 or 5, therefore you can divide by 5. (55) divided by 5 is 11, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. 11 over 1 is the same thing as 11. Let's continue with number 5. We have 354. We're wondering if it's divisible by 3. Now, to know whether something is divisible by 3, you have to add up each digit and see if that's a number that can be divided by 3. So I write them separately. I put plus signs between them. Next, I do 3 plus 5, which is 8. Bring down my 4. And do 8 plus 4, which is 12. Now I know 12 can be divided by 3. So therefore, I know that 354 can also be divided by 3. So then, yes, 354 can be divided by 3. Number 6. We have 48 over 6. I'll begin by writing 48 as 2 separate numbers. 4 plus 8 is 12, and if you know from our previous example that 12 is divisible by 3. So therefore we can divide 48 by 3. Now I know just from common knowledge that 6 can be divided by 3. So therefore I don't need to add up the digits of 6. So now I have 48 divided by 3 and 6 divided by 3. 48 divided by 3 is 16. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now, am I done with this problem? Well, I can't divide anything by 3 because the digits don't add up or aren't divisible by 3. But if I look back to the first one we did, I see that both of these end in an even number. So I divide both of these by 2 and get 8 over 1. So therefore, my answer is 8. Today we went over some basic rules for divisibility and dividing numbers. The learning goal again was I can review divisibility rules. Thank you.